Welcome all to Shout from the Heart. I'm your host, Isaiah Pfeiffer, alongside my camera people. One is on TikTok, the other one is filming this so I can put it live on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on YouTube, Isaiah Pfeiffer, on YouTube, and make sure if you want to hear all about sports and stuff, make sure you go to 100.7 WLJF FM, The Joy, and you can listen to the crossover from Thursday nights from 7 to 8. And tonight going to be talking firstly about how am I handling the spotlight with my disability. Going to be taking questions and stuff. Also going to be talking about the NBA playoffs and stuff like that, the draft and everything that goes on in sports. But I wanted to touch on this real quick before we get into questions and answers and getting Mom and Justice involved in the conversation here. This question came about really because just God had put in my spirit to just ask that question and just throw that out there and then answer it the best way that I know how. So the question is, again, how am I able to handle the spotlight with the disability that I have? And the answer to that is I don't. Because I don't get a lot of attention outside of my family. So this is new to me, and I navigate it in a way that's humbling. I don't go on here and brag about how many fans and stuff that I have, or come on here and try to show off for you all when I do the podcast every week. Actually, little quick backstory to kind of tie into the answer to the question. When I did the podcast, or wanted to do the podcast, my parents were all for it. As you know, I do the topics and everything. Yeah, I pretty much have free reign to do the TikTok and the podcast as well. But when I came to them, they were kind of surprised that I wanted to do something like this. And so here we are, like 40 episodes in, Justice?
About like 39, 40, almost 40.
Yeah. And here we are, still going, still at it. I see everybody on TikTok too, everybody coming in, chiming in. But I don't do stuff to be like, oh, hey, I'm on TikTok, so let me just do something crazy. Or I'm on YouTube, let me just do something crazy. No, I'm a regular person. You see me out on the street, I'll speak to you. Just know that my disability, it may, throw some people off. If I don't know you, I'm not going to speak to you right away. I have to get to know you, have a little conversation. Hey, how you doing? You can't just, walk up to me and hug me. And, my mom can chime in on this more because she's seen it firsthand. I was going to say experienced firsthand, but she's seen it firsthand.
Yeah. So, Isaiah is definitely a sweetheart, and he's going to probably throw his hand up at you. He's had people come to his job that realize, hey, that's Isaiah from TikTok. And you still got to remember, Isaiah is autistic. And so he's still trying, like he said, to navigate this new idea. But please speak to him. He will speak back. It's the hugging that he's not quite ready for. He doesn't hug. He hugs me every so often, but he does not show a lot of affection. Now I will say, he shows affection to Lyric. That's his baby sister. So now he's gonna hug her even when he may not feel like hugging. But my mom will even ask him, can I get a hug? And he'll give her a hug, but it's not going to be the hug that you guys probably expecting. It's going to be maybe a little tap on the back. Just like I explained to people at church. He sings Sunday. Isaiah goes to sing on Sunday. But he's a different person on stage. As soon as he stops, he goes right back into his shell. He's going to wave and he's going to keep it moving. So it's not that he's being rude. That's just a little mechanism in like part of the spectrum. And that's what really this month is all about, is about autism acceptance and everybody, accepting everybody, and also understanding that autism is a spectrum. It's so many parts of the spectrum, and that is just a little piece of the part that Isaiah has that that he's trying to navigate through. But please speak to him. Don't stare at him and not speak, because then that really scares him. And I think we've had that situation at the grocery store where somebody recognized both of us and they didn't speak. I don't know if they were scared or what, but when they did speak, by that time Isaiah went to the car, so he didn't want to be bothered. So we encourage you to please speak to him. Just know that he may not reach out to hug you. He'll shake your hand at most, but it's not that he's being mean. That's just how he is. I don't get hugs and kisses all the time, every blue moon.
Justice, do you have anything to say about your brother and how he's handled this, or how he's handling this so far?
Justice is with him 24 hours a day, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in here to play Call of Duty, play on my tablet. Sometimes I watch wrestling with him. Yeah.
There's not very many hugs, though, is it?
He gives me hugs, like when I wake up in the morning to go to school, or probably when I'm outside waiting on the bus.
Oh, well,
But-
see, that's new to me.
That's, yeah, probably it.
I do not get those hugs, okay, y'all?
You get coffee in the news. That's what you
I
get.
get coffee in the news, and he does drink coffee with me.
And breakfast occasionally.
Yeah.
And DoorDash. I'm just playing. Well, you know. But anyway, let's get to we got any questions right now?
Not yet.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get to the draft. I'm going to stay within the NFC East because, as you can see on the table right here, that is where the Eagles reside, in the NFC East. That is where the Eagles are, the NFC East. So the Giants went first because they were number 6. They got a wide receiver. In my mock draft, it's the same wide receiver that I had. Same wide receiver. Malik Nabers. I thought it was Nabbers. I kept saying Malik Nabbers, and I think I said it the week before last on the show, so I apologize to that young man for mispronouncing his name, but I said Nabbers.
It's
neighbors. It's neighbors.
It's not even
but it's
like
not even spelled like neighborhood or
right.
neighbors, like you living beside neighbors. It's spelled Nabers. Neighbors.
Very unique. I like that.
Yeah, well, you know. Now, the Commanders, they went, and obviously they got a quarterback.
Which they needed.
Which, I mean, they did need that, but let's be honest. A quarterback isn't going to solve the Commanders' problems just right off bat. You got new coaches. You got a new playing scheme, offensive scheme, defensive scheme. You got players that you're still trying to build. So if this were the season and I was to give you, just off of this draft, off the 2 teams that I've mentioned out of the NFC East right now, the Giants would be third place in the division, and the Commanders would be 4th. Just off of the fact that they're both rebuilding. We don't know what we're going to get out of Daniel Jones and this new weapon that he has, because you can put weapons around Daniel Jones all you want to, but it doesn't mean that he's going to perform to the level that he needs to perform at. Same thing with this quarterback situation. You can have a quarterback all you want to. I don't know. Commanders, I think really you should have got more defense, because what that's telling me is you don't trust the quarterback that you have, which, I mean, I wouldn't trust Sam Howell either, but he's not a bad quarterback.
No, he did some good things.
But he's not a good quarterback either. He can be groomed to be a Jalen Hurts. He can be groomed to be like a Peyton Manning. He can be groomed to be like a Tom Brady. But again, the key word there is groomed. So let's get down to what we did. What the Eagles did
I'm excited.
was get a cornerback.
Yeah.
Not a corner. Somebody
C.
on defense. CB. Not QB.
CB.
CB. Because we're not ignorant, okay? We just signed our boy Jalen Hurts to an extension. Okay, so why would we
get
sign a
rid of him?
quarterback off with just one bad season? Like that's not us, okay? We're not hitting the panic button on Jalen Hurts, okay? Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. He's got us to the Super Bowl. He's gotten us to 3 straight playoffs ever since he became a starter. So, come on now. Deserve that money. But anyway, Quentin Mitchell is the one that we picked up with the 22nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Quentin Mitchell, I didn't have him on my mock draft. Actually, I had a center because of Cam Jurgens. And my dad and mom were telling me, we don't need a center in the first round. But at the same time, I was like, kind of do, because Cam Jurgens is going to take the role of Jason Kelsey.
What if he get hurt?
So if he gets hurt, he doesn't have a backup. I mean, and it's a 53-man roster. So centers usually have about, 1 or 2 backups behind them. There's the starter, there's your backup, and then there's the third string. Every position at least has 1 to 4. And the 3 and 4 slots are third string, fourth string. And for the center position, that's a third string spot. So I would have preferred for it to be either one, Quentin Mitchell or the center that I really wanted, but was taken off the board before we could get to him anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Now let's talk about the ignorance of the Cowboys. Before that, Mom has a question.
Who do you think they're going to draft this second round?
They probably will get a center this second round, actually, because they need one. So one thing about the Eagles, and I know this from watching them all these years, especially in draft time, one thing about the Eagles and Howie Roseman is they're not ignorant. They're not going to draft people that they don't need. We're not going to get a quarterback because we don't need one. We're not going to get receivers because we don't need them. If we do need receivers, it'll be late 5th, 6th, 7th round because they'll be on the practice squad. And we'll just see what they got in preseason, and they could be backing up Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown. But now, from here on out, we'll just be getting like scraps. Stuff that we need, but it's not a dire need, if that makes sense.
Next one is, what about the defense?
On the defensive side of the ball, we could go out and get another defensive back. We can go out and get another cornerback. I could see that happening. We could go out and get another defensive tackle. Jordan Davis, he's going to be taking Fletcher Cox's spot. So who's going to be backing him up?
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to be backing Davis up? Did we think about that? Who's going to be backing Blankenship up? Because we need a safety to help over the top with him, too. Because we just extended him, so that means he's going to be a starter. I mean, he already was. I mean, he's not bad either. And he's not that... How would you explain it, Justice? Because I know you and Blankenship have a love-hate relationship.
Yes, very much. Especially on Madden. I would say he is okay. Let me put it this way. He's on and off.
On and off?
Yes.
What you mean?
Like
explain.
He does good things, like, when we need him to. But, like, when it just comes to regular plays, he don't do nothing. Just sit back and relax.
Now, before we go back into the drafts talk, can you give me an update on what my boys is doing? Because it looked like I just hit a home run or somebody caught it out.
It is 6-inning pitch, 3-1, same score, 0-1. And I think they're reviewing.
I don't know, because to me,
He got
from the
it.
angle that I'm looking
He
at,
didn't catch it.
he didn't catch it. Yeah, he didn't catch it.
But
That
it's
was
not a home run. because it hit the ground and then it bounced.
Okay, so it's a double then. That's just a double, a deep double then.
I guess he's gonna have to.
So you guys that are just tuning in, Isaiah is a Wake Forest fan, and currently Wake Forest is playing Notre Dame. And
Well, the correct pronunciation is Notre Dame.
okay, and that's who they're playing. And so we all know that Isaiah does two things at one time. He podcasts and he keeps up with the scores.
Yeah, I always keep up with the scores. I think there's a game that's going on in here in a few minutes that's NBA related. It's going to be the Bucks and the Pacers. We'll get to the NBA here in a minute, but I wanted to jump back to the Cowboys because I know that my person that likes to make cakes and stuff, she might be watching it.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a
I don't know if
Cowboys
she's
fan.
on here yet.
Queen.
Queen.
Well, listen here, Queen. Jerry Jones is an ignorant man, and you need to retire him now because you're not going back to another Super Bowl. Why would you draft? First of all, they traded picks. They drafted down. Hear me. When you trade, you don't trade to draft down. You trade to draft up for something and something worthwhile. Obviously, Jerry Jones obviously he gets paid more money than I do because he knows more than what I do, and he decided to go out and get an offensive tackle when he needed a running back, which lets me know that whoever you had backing up Pollard, you trust him so much. And that's sad because I don't even know this boy's name. Who's the boy that backs up Pollard? Because I don't even know his name.
Any Dallas fans on here that know that
Please let me
answer?
know any Dallas fans because that's sad. And it's not to make myself look crazy on camera or anything. It's just that I genuinely don't know because Tony Pollard's been the main one and he hasn't been hurt. So I genuinely want to know. And plus, I don't keep up with y'all roster like that anyway. I keep up with mostly my own stuff. So I don't know who y'all have as the next man up to take Pollard's place. There's been rumors circulating that you and Ezekiel Elliott could go back with each other. But again, that's just rumors, But anyway, let's talk about the dreadful playoffs. Go ahead, Mama.
So they want to know about the Michael Parsons situation.
Michael Parsons situation. You gotta feel.
Linebacker,
Oh my.
number 11.
Oh my goodness. You gotta fill me in on the situation, guys. Because I've been keeping up with the NBA playoffs, so I don't know anything about Michael Parsons'
So there's
situation.
been a couple of memes of him being upset with last night's first round picks.
See, and I've been at work all day, so I didn't even know that.
I haven't seen the memes either, but that sounds about right.
What? Okay, and I tell you why he's upset. Because he probably is thinking the same thing that I just said. Why would we go out and get something that we already have?
I don't blame him.
Why would we get something that you already have offensive tackles? That line, just this past season, how many interceptions did Dak Prescott throw? Little to none. Okay, how many times did Dak Prescott get sacked? Little to none.
Yeah.
So why would you go out and get something that you already have when you need to go out there and get something that you need? You could use some more people on defense because it's not like, you got blown out the water by Green Bay in your home field.
Which was crazy.
Which was honestly unexpected because you were the favorite to win that game. Because you were unbeaten at home at the time. Dak Prescott was looking the best that he's ever looked all season. And then your defense just gave up, what was it, like 40-something points? 45? Somewhere around there?
Crazy.
They let
Come on
Green
now.
Bay get a whole 14 points on them.
In the first quarter.
And then in the last quarter, they let them get a whole 12 to 16 points.
Yeah. Given the fact that it was too soon for Green Bay to put their second string offense out there. Because Dallas did make a little comeback.
Yeah, they got
They
about
put their
two
second
touchdowns.
string and second string offense and defense out there. So It was too soon for them to do that. They should have kept their foot on the gas and kept their starters out there until they felt like it was really in the bag. Really take them out like 4 or 5 minutes in the game when you know that it's in control.
Yeah.
And you know that there's no chance of them coming back. Joker in the NBA. You might be sending me packing. You might send LeBron packing to the Warriors. Sorry. But just know, that's not his fault. It's not Anthony Davis's fault. It's D'Angelo Russell's fault. 0 points. 0 points. None. All game. What are we doing? What are we doing? Justice, can you
Say we gotta say our thing. Cause compared to me, you suck.
Yeah. Compare LeBron is the greatest. He's the greatest of all time. He's not better than Jordan. I will say that. I'm one of those LeBron fans that don't say he's not better than Jordan, but he is on the same level. But I'm not going to use that same excuse. The reason why I say that is because I grew up to Jordan. Okay, before Jordan and before Kobe and LeBron James, there was Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, them Bulls. I grew up on that. So I will say that. Got any more questions for me?
So did you hear the rumor of LeBron James and his son going to the Warriors?
Yes, and I am actually looking forward to that rumor to come to fruition, because I think that since the Warriors were the first team booted out of the playoffs, I think they're going to get a high first round pick. That's usually how that works. So, and if that's the case and they get Bronny, well, Warriors.
That would be great for Mama.
Yes, because we'll be on the same page. We'll be on the same page.
It would be basketball and football.
Go ahead, Jess.
We have finally gotten our first score. Got a steal.
A steal at home? At
Yeah.
the plate?
Yeah.
The plate.
And then the guy who was batting got the first.
Okay. It's a tied game now.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Norcher. See, what you guys got to understand is that Wake Forest and Notre Dame, as I like to say, because they're named after the Notre Dame Mass in Rome, the Catholic Church down there in Rome. Fun fact. They are not a bad baseball team. Actually, a couple years ago when Jay, my other brother, he was recruited. I still have pictures on Instagram and stuff.
Yep.
He was recruited down there. We had to go down there to South Bend.
Yep.
He didn't play on the field though. It was
they
too
had a
cold.
training
It was
facility.
snow. Yeah, they had an indoor facility.
It was nice.
But that field is artificial turf, and he said he wouldn't want to play on that field anyway because he doesn't like turf. He likes the way it looks, but to play on it,
Yeah.
too many injuries, too much going on, and that's why the NFL is trying to get rid of their fields and go to grass, because our field at the Lincoln Financial Field, that's artificial turf. So if y'all thought that was real grass, I don't know what's going on there. Struck him out. Oh man. Well, at least we tied the game. But yeah, Joker, you're sending me to the Warriors. Cool beans. I like you anyway because I didn't have us winning this series anyway. I'm a realist, okay? I'm not like these Laker fans that just go out here, and then my manager, when I came into work today, he was like, y'all could win tomorrow. I said, no, we're done. We're done tomorrow. If we ain't won nothing right now, I mean, LeBron did that against the Warriors, against Steph. Okay, and that was the second time they faced each other in the finals. But that was Steph. You're talking about Jokic, Nikola Jokic, and KCP. He can shoot the ball now, apparently, but he couldn't shoot it in LA. Where they do that at?
Like
Go ahead,
what
Justice.
I told my brother earlier. Even if we do win tomorrow, it ain't gonna matter. We done lost the series.
Not necessarily.
We could go 7.
It could go to game 7. It's a best of 7 series. You only have to win 4 games out of the 7 games that are played. So if we win tomorrow night, Justice, it's not necessarily over, but it's not necessarily good either. So it just keeps us playing a little bit longer. The 76ers,
And that was your
they
question.
they split the series, you know? And I know a lot of y'all are probably wondering, well, why are you all over the place with your sports? Here's the thing. I grew up around the Philadelphia area, around that area. I didn't really have a football mindset or sports mindset. I just flocked to what I knew. My dad was an Eagles fan, so I flocked to that. As far as basketball, I never had a basketball team. Never. I've always just liked Jordan and Kobe and all the players. I know players. I just like players. I like the game of basketball. But I don't have a team to where I can just sit down and say, oh, Lakers, that is my team. Or Celtics, that is my team. No, I never had that possibility. But as far as baseball, just because I was born in New York, that doesn't mean I like the Yankees because of Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth. And I learned about him in school, and I was like, man, I want to be a Yankees fan. And I just stuck with it. And plus that was based off a video game too, because I had a baseball video game. It's like before 2K, it was ESPN, before the show and all that stuff, the video game. It was ESPN 2K5. And I was playing with the Yankees all the time. And I was beating my brother and made him frustrated. He didn't want to play me no more.
I don't even think does he even play video games? I don't think he plays, y'all.
When we were sharing a room, we didn't have to play. He was off doing his thing. But if we was playing that baseball game or any type of sports game, or if we were playing Madagascar, that's when he would play.
Yeah,
but he's not a gamer, though.
He's not a gamer by no means.
Not like me.
I don't know what he does. He likes to research crazy stuff is what he does.
The Cleveland Cavaliers are up in the series 2-1 after an upset in Orlando. The Orlando Magic finally got their win. They got their lick back. Good for you guys. Thunder, they're up 2-0. I don't know why that's not even a question, because Zion is out of shape. Let's just...
You think so?
He's out of shape.
Or is he just too big for his body?
Here's the thing. Zion came from and I will say this as a Wake Forest fan. Zion came from a pretty good basketball program in the Duke Blue Devils in Durham. They have a good basketball program. They have always had a good basketball program. And it's shown and evident that they do, because they're always in the tournament, regardless of how my mom feels about the team as a whole. I mean, she's a realist Duke fan. I'll give her that. But Zion, it's just that the expectations are not. You're not meeting the expectations. If it ain't your weight, it's your height. If it ain't your height, you're getting injured. If it ain't you getting injured, you're getting whatever. Some sort of problem is going on with you and the Pelicans. And it seems like ever since AD left, they drafted you to be the next Anthony Davis. And it just went downhill for you. Do I got any more questions?
Yeah, somebody said, Dream says, I'm not a sports person, but I support your son.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
But it doesn't have to be a sports question. They can ask you anything about your disability, and you'll answer.
They can ask me anything. Just stop me at any time while I'm ranting and raving about my stuff. Go ahead.
Do you think that it is probably health issues?
For Zion?
Yeah.
Oh, this man. Did you hear the
rant he just had?
That's just question. I'm shocked that he actually asked a good, like a legitimate. That's like something that a reporter would ask me. It's something that Big T would ask me. So for you to ask that question, it feels like I'm back in the studio that I just left yesterday. It is more so the health issues, Justice. I got to show you some highlights of Zion later on.
Yeah, like his first game.
Because he's a good player. It's not
Very good.
It's not him playing. It's not the player. Like, everybody wants to talk about Anthony Davis when he gets hurt. Keep in mind that Anthony Davis has only missed 4 games out of the 83.
And he said he was going to try.
And he was going to try to make all of them. Well, he broke that promise in like the week 4 of the NBA season when he had like some leg injury. But given that, it's not that Anthony Davis is not a good player. It's just that he can't stay healthy. And that's the same issue that Zion has. Zion has the same issue. If they both can stay healthy and produce on a consistent nightly basis every time they got a game, then there could be some big things going on. But until they can stay healthy and consistently put up numbers in games, I don't see the Pelicans actually making a series out of this. Actually, I feel that the Thunder are going to sweep the Pelicans. Go ahead, Mama.
So Dream says that her grandson is special needs. He is 2 and he is very smart. Those were some of at 2. Isaiah was very smart. He pretty much mimicked everything he's seen on TV. Everything was repeated. He loved books, but he didn't read the books. He just he paced back and forth and flicked them. Now he has a pen that he flicks, and we have bought him a rocking chair. So that's like his little stemming. He doesn't verbal stem. He rocks and he flips his pen. Every now and then I hear him humming. He used to do a little humming, but it's not that often anymore. But at 2 I started I was like, okay, there's something going on. And so that's how I got him started. Nonverbal. Isaiah was considered nonverbal because he only it was called at that time echo. And so Isaiah echoed. He repeated what was said, but through intervention, we've got what you see here. So don't lose hope. It definitely will happen. Queen is on Isaiah, and are you going to repeat what you said about her Cowboys?
I am. I sure am. You need to retire Daniel Jones. Not Daniel Jones, but Jerry Jones. Sorry, I was thinking about the Giants. You need to retire Jerry Jones because he don't know what he doing. Y'all get an offensive tackle, and y'all didn't even trade up to get him. Y'all traded down from 24 down. Y'all traded down. I gotta lower my voice. I'm sorry. The passion is coming out of my voice. Y'all traded down. Why?
She said, "Oh no."
Why? You're not going back to another Super.
She's trying to recuperate. She's been down a little bit.
Down a little bit, like how?
She said, "Why must you bully me? I'm just waking up."
I'm not bullying you. Listen. I don't.
He's trying to recruit you to the Eagles.
I don't like the Cowboys. I don't, because of the rivalry. It's a conflict of interest. I like you, but I don't like the Cowboys. I'm sorry. I like my uncles, but the thing with my uncles is I can't really talk too much junk to them because they go from here to here.
Yeah, within seconds.
It's like you can't really. With me, you can talk junk with me. I'll talk it right back to you.
Yeah.
Them? No. Start off small, and then you come up here. When my dad comes on, he'll tell you. When my dad comes on in June, he'll tell you.
You're doing a little bit. She's feeling a little bit better. That's good.
Doing a little bit better. Yeah.
We're praying that you feel better.
How's everything going? I'm sorry, this is what we call a sidebar, YouTube. How's everything going? I want to know how your day's been. How's everything? Are you making any cakes here lately?
She said thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
We're praying for you.
I want to wait for her response because I know she's taking time to text. You know, I want to know how's her day been going. How's she doing? How's everything?
It's been good, and I will try once my arm is healed. She's going to try and make cakes once her arm is healed.
Arm? What's wrong with her arm?
Remember I told you she was in the hospital?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Listen, I have a lot preparing for the podcast and stuff. So when you tell me things, I have to
Bring it
double
back.
take and bring it back to my remembrance. So I see somebody's a new pitcher on the mound. Justice.
No, same guy.
So he's watching his Wake Forest. Like I said, you guys, the game is at 1-1. So it's tied.
The Timberwolves, they're going to beat the Suns. Probably sweep them.
I don't know what Queen is. She hasn't said. Queen, who's your NBA?
Oh, yeah. Did you ask everybody in the chat?
Yeah. What's your NBA team? My team is no longer in it. Warriors.
Yay!
Hey.
I love Steph.
And let me clarify something. That's actually brings up the way he said that actually brings up a great segue. So Justice is not, and I repeat, is not a fan of the Lakers. He's a fan of the player that is on the Lakers named Anthony Davis. And the only reason he is a fan is because his brother watches the Lakers. And he is a LeBron James fan, which when I say he, I mean me. I'm a LeBron James fan. He is an Anthony Davis fan. But let's not get confused. He likes Anthony Davis because I like the Lakers. But if these rumors come to pass, he'll just be sitting at a Lakers fan all by himself because if LeBron goes, I go.
You go.
So
And
all this Lakers stuff that you see, I'll keep it on the wall. But you will see a jersey.
Mm-hmm.
You will see something Warrior related on here. I had a Miami thing on here. I still got the Cleveland Cavaliers hat and jersey up in there.
Yep.
So when I say I'm a LeBron fan,
Dream's husband is a big New York Knicks fan.
and they're winning right now.
And they are
well, no,
winning.
they're split. The series is split, I think.
Yeah, but they're good. So your husband is probably living his best life right now.
No, they're winning. They're winning. Yeah, they're winning. I had to look at the thing again. They're winning 2-0.
However, I'm chilling. And she's like
LeBron will
team
be
mom.
at the house.
She's on the same phone. So that's good, Queen. You're a warrior. Steph is the best.
Not really.
Don't him and LeBron have the same amount of rings though?
I don't care what it is.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna always
Nobody
be the
can
best.
truly be the best until they break Kobe's record
Yeah.
of 5 titles.
Love Kobe.
The Mamba. Rest in peace, Mamba and Gigi. Rest in peace.
And Sassy Pants is at
Gym.
gymnastics, but she did make Isaiah something. Isaiah, you gonna hold it so everybody can see? I don't know what that was and why she made it for him, but
It's a squid.
It's a squid.
Can you
I guess
turn it
because
this
I
way?
like calamari, I guess.
oh, it's a squid because he likes calamari. I'm making him calamari tomorrow.
So, I mean, yeah. And when you see this, when you see this on YouTube, people, and you see this whenever you see it, tomorrow is Saturday. But when you see it, just know I've already had it and it was good.
Yeah, he loves squid. Yep. I don't remember. Do you remember what age you were when you first had squid?
We were at Olive Garden, and I believe I was 4th or 3rd grade, maybe around Justice's age. And guys just told me to try it because I was waiting on my food at the time, which I think it was like a little small bowl
Macaroni.
of spaghetti or something like that. I don't remember, but I was waiting for it, and you guys told me to try it, and I did, and without thinking, I just popped it in my mouth. It tastes good. And she was like, "You have a favorite cartoon, my mom? You have a favorite cartoon, right?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Your favorite cartoon is SpongeBob, right?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Well, you know the character Squidward." I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "You're eating Squidward."
I was terrible.
And I said, just like this, and I quote, "Well, Squidward is good."
I I did do that, y'all. I'm sorry, but that will go to like help you guys who have people with special needs. I do it with the younger kids now. We eat new stuff. At least once a week, and some things Isaiah doesn't like, but he knows he's gonna eat it, and then he'll fix himself something else. But I want to open his palate. But if it was up to Isaiah, tell them what you would eat every day.
What I would eat every day?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of hard to say because that would be between chicken or pizza, fries or something.
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets, something.
Yeah.
Which I can make all that type of stuff
Himself.
myself.
However,
So-
what do? We eat dinner, and then he can go and do those things. And I'm not definitely as far as autism parent. I'm probably not the typical one who goes, "Oh, well, I just don't do that." But I just kind of we've always just done it that way. I just felt like he's not going to like something he hasn't tried. And so we would always make him try it. He tried it. He didn't like it. He finished the little dab that was on his plate, and then we gave him what he did like. So he wasn't starving, because he would have just starved and he just would not have eaten. And I know a lot of autistic parents who have actually went through that, where the kids just stop eating and had to get like feeding tubes. So we just put dabs of whatever. He found out he liked fried chicken and stuff like that. You have a question. Do you like lemon pepper wings?
On occasion. If I do have lemon pepper wings, it has to be Wingstop, because they make the best ones. Although I don't agree with Rick Ross and where he stands in this whole Drake versus Kendrick beef, because that's none of his business and he's not a battle rapper, but I digress. I do agree with his method of getting Wingstop together. They don't make the best wings, but they make some pretty good lemon pepper, pretty good buffalo.
Your buddy said you haven't tried hers out.
Her lemon pepper wings?
Yeah, we wanting to try the cake and the wings now, because we are a wing family. We'll eat wings every day, y'all. It's terrible.
Yeah. But when we say wings, when we do it, it's the flats. The flats, the little drumette pieces, the little flats. But that's what we mean by wings and stuff.
Yeah.
Sad to say, when I have a wild hair to go out to eat, that is the only thing that I will get.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the anxiety problems that I have with that. And, I eat what I know. I don't try to go and do too much when it comes to that. But that's sad to say, that's the only thing I will do.
Yes.
If it's like Olive Garden or something, then of course you already know. Just calamari it, and I'll be done with you.
Yes, he goes out. He just doesn't. If we're gonna go out to eat this weekend, we would have told him Monday, if that makes sense. That way he's calm, he's cool, he knows that we're going out, and he's already made it up in his mind. But Queen says she has anxiety too, yeah, and my other son does too as well. I have it bad. There's days I'm just sitting here worrying about absolutely nothing.
Yeah. But we learn to deal, and we just push through it.
Yeah.
Do I have any more questions before I wrap up? Because I think I've missed 2 games in the NBA.
Does anybody want an update on the game?
I see somebody done stole a base or.
They got a double, and Chase Burns is doing good with pitching. 91 pitches.
We're getting ready to pull
Well,
him.
they're getting ready to pull him now,
Yeah.
Justice, because if he reaches over a certain amount of pitches, they're getting ready to pull him.
Oh, your birthday's the May 31st. Okay, Queen. Make sure you did. I'm not sure if you did, but inbox us your PO box or address so we can send you something.
Yay. Get to
Is
send
that
the queen
Gil?
something.
Because he just.
But real quick before we get back in more into questions and comments to wrap up the show and stuff, the series between the Bucks and the Pacers is tied 1-1, and the Clippers and Mavericks series is tied 1-1. So there it is.
That's it, you guys. Lyric is what is she? Y'all, Isaiah, you can tell them what level your sister is and what all she does.
Level 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she does the beam and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Doing some high kicks and all this stuff. The pike, which I thought was like a dance, but then when y'all started talking, it was something gymnastics related. Because I looked at Justice looked at me, and we like, what?
What?
What is the pike?
And then
What
they
is
just
that?
started talking, and I'm like,
yeah.
and then
it's
Zay
like,
just kind of like, oh, this is a
man, did they
gymnastics
score
thing.
again or what?
She
Looked
does
somebody-
the-
Dang it!
Dang.
She does the vault and
Three.
the floor. Isaiah will tell you this is a new song, but oh my gosh, last season that song,
Ching, 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 ching.
and we have to sit there and listen to it through every gymnast in that building. Because she's compulsionary right now, so with compulsionary, they all do the same routine. So I counted today, I think it's 13 girls just on our team. So
Whoop, whoop.
she is USGA.
USGA.
I think-
Gymnastics.
United States Gymnastics Association.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big thing, I hear.
It's a big deal. I'm just not going to Alabama, so.
Yeah.
You can hang that up. I'm not.
Why
He
you
may
say that?
let her come back on, but the thing is it would have to be a day that she's, and Lyric's always at the gym. This summer will be easy because she does morning stuff, so you guys can see her a little bit more. She'll be in the mornings, so that would be a little easier. So that'll be up to him. He
Is that a
brings her when he
request?
wants to.
Is that a request? Because I can make it happen.
Yeah, she'll do anything for Zay.
Like, do it in the morning?
She does
No.
gym in the mornings now.
Doing gym in the morning.
Summertime.
During the summertime. So that means when I do the podcast, she can come on when I do the podcast.
And
So,
you guys can get all your gymnastics questions, because guess what? Mama don't know nothing. I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that I'm learning every day. I didn't know what a pike was either.
yeah, I thought
Or
it
a
was,
keep
I thought it was a dance.
a
And
kip.
she wanted to learn,
Something
and
like
then
that.
Dad made a remark and said, "You can't learn it until you know how to fully do it."
No,
He said that
you
to Liv.
can't teach it.
Yes,
Until
he's
you
getting
learn
ready
how
to
to
get
do it.
off. Thank you, Dream, for entertaining us.
Yeah, here in a minute. Yeah, but I'm not fitting to leave right now. I gotta wait till I get more, actually answer more questions if there is any.
Queen, she's sassy.
Hmm.
Isaiah, describe your sister to Queen.
It's already been said. She's sassy. It's
What
already been
is
said.
your take on it?
She is who she is. She is who she is.
You can't describe your sister.
She is unique and wonderfully made. That's how you describe Lyric.
And she is 24/7. She loves to be up under him.
Yes. Even as a small kid, she was feet.
Mm-hmm.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Because Isaiah does not
Come
wear socks in the house, and so it's all she's seen was feet.
It was, and she cock her head to the side when she was a baby. Just do her little thing like that when she was a baby.
She was bald headed. She didn't have much hair.
And then her and her little onesie.
Oh yeah,
Her
Isaiah.
onesie.
Listen, Isaiah bought more onesies when Lyric was with the feet in them. Now she can't even wear them.
I like her in her onesies.
I'll have to next week post
There's
do a
some
green screen for you guys.
pictures. There's some pictures.
Yeah, post them so you guys can see. He was, what are you getting, Lyric? A onesie. I'm like, oh my goodness.
What?
I think she wore 'em up until, like,
onesie.
She was 3T or 4T. Terrible.
Yeah, well, I liked her in her onesies, and y'all can admit that y'all like her in her onesies too. So don't act like you don't.
They haven't even seen her in the onesie.
No, I'm talking about mom and dad.
Yeah, we did.
Not the fans on YouTube and TikTok.
Yeah, we'll make sure to post the
Yeah.
of him with her.
Have any more questions, comments, or concerns for today?
That's it, baby.
Then I sign off and leave you with this, that Notre Dame is beating us right now, but now that I have full undivided attention to Wake Forest, maybe they'll start doing better. So I leave you with that, and I bid you farewell, good people.